And we're live. We back at it again
with another episode. Let's get to it, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so this episode today is about the Royal Rumble and what happened with that. Because
before we start with our topics, hope y'all feeling good, living good. Hope you have a blessed day so far, and we can start. This Rumble, oh my God!
hold on, I'm gonna say this Royal Rumble right here, it's mid. It's goddamn mid, and we're gonna tell you why it was mid. All right, so they really start to show off with Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Now, I didn't mind. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, before we get into all that, I don't mind that being the opening match at all.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with everything that I saw on this card, I did not mind it. I loved the character development from both Rollins and Roman during this match. I loved Seth trying to get that last minute mind game coming out to the Shield theme, coming down that ramp or coming down the crowd as if he was still in the Shield. And
Yep.
I think what really sold the match for me, it was like, yeah, it could have went either way. It was a back and forth bout. I personally thought that they could have done this towards the finish or like towards the end, like have Roman get the W, then turn around. He gets DQ'd for holding on to the hold. But Roman, after about 20 or so minutes of fight, pretty much he has Rollins in that guillotine just cinched in. Rollins holds the ropes for a 5 count. And this isn't a testament because I don't know if this was ad-libbed or if it was planned, but the ref just sitting there going, let him go, Roman, let him go. And Roman sits there and goes, he won't let me let go. Like, that was just a part of the character development that I liked about this match. But at the same time, though, if you're starting out a pay-per-view, especially a Big Four pay-per-view, why in the hell are you doing a DQ right off the bat, especially if it's supposed to be for one of your major titles? I just, you two might sit there. Ed, I don't know if you watched the pay-per-view. We watched the same pay-per-view. So I figured.
I wasn't able to watch.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was just, it was a good match, but just, I didn't need the finish like that.
Yep.
And then after that, we had the Women's Royal Rumble match. You know, everybody's favorites came out. Everyone's favorites came out. You know, Sasha Banks came out. You know.
Was my girl Charlotte there?
Bro, my girl Melina came out.
And Melina was there.
Melina was there, and I was acting up. But so a lot happened in this match.
Sad part, she got eliminated first. That's really sad. Yeah, let her go.
I was sad too. It's okay, Wave. I was sad too.
Like, then, yeah, Melina's little run was short-lived, but who knows?
I'm trying to look up. Sorry, I have to look up the results on top of it because I don't want to get anything wrong here.
This World Rumble is very underwhelming. Descriptions.
No, you know what's surprising? Like, y'all may disagree with me on this, but I like the Women's Rumble match more than I like the men's.
I mean, the men's Rumble was kind of way too predictable, in my opinion. That's what kind of.
No, and you'll understand why I don't like the men's Rumble in a hot minute. But, like, yeah, Melina was in there for, like, a minute. Actually, it was 53 seconds, but, you know, rounding system, we're going to say a minute.
That's sad as fuck. Sorry as fuck.
I don't know. Tamina came in. Kelly came in. She also got eliminated, like, really fast, too.
Yeah.
But you know who was the last person I thought wasn't gonna be in the Rumble for like all that time for? Natalya.
What's up? How long she was in there? Oh, 36 minutes.
Yeah,
Wow.
she went 36 minutes. Rhea Ripley was 30 minutes. But yeah, and like it was a great match. It was a great Rumble. It's probably one of the better women's Rumble matches that I've seen. It was better than last year's. I would argue it was better than I wouldn't say it was better than 2020, but like 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever won the 2019 Women's Rumble? No, Becky Lynch won that one. I forgot. All right. But yeah, it was one of the better women's rumbles that I've seen in a while. And then the winner, Ronda Rousey, came back. Just like I predicted in this chat, in this little group call.
Didn't they say she was gonna come back though? Then they say she was gonna come back.
Well, for real, this is what a lot of people don't realize. She was still under contract. She's still under contract for another 2 years, I think. She just wanted to be any other woman and go out and have a kid. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah, I'm starting to build family. I forgot she existed, to be honest. I thought she was under contract.
Yeah, I didn't forget she existed. And if you watch Raw on Monday, it's now going to be Ronda versus Becky, the match that we've all been finally waiting for.
It was obvious. So
yeah, it was obvious, just like how the Brock Roman thing is obvious. But yeah, Becky Lynch versus Doudrop was, I am not going to lie to you, the slowest 13 minutes of my life.
That was 13 minutes of my depressing life.
And that's the thing. And it's not that I don't like Piper Niven. Like, I don't want to say I don't like her, because I do as a wrestler. But ever since her NXT UK call up, the renaming, like calling her Doudrop and all that, like,
the fuck?
It's one of those things that they take a wrestler, strip away all of the wrestling attributes about that person, and have them become strictly an entertainer. And Doudrop doesn't do it for me as an entertainer.
Yeah.
Wrestler, fine ass wrestler. Just change your name back to Piper Niven. That's really the whole point of this. I don't think anyone would bat an eye. I think everybody would be a lot more happy if her name was back to Piper Niven.
Of course.
And same thing what they did with my boy Walter. I don't know if you watch NXT Wave, but they turned my boy Walter.
It's a Gunther?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, that big chunky motherfucker that's just known for slapping people. Yeah, we're gonna call him Gunther now.
And then they faced so much backlash because they didn't do research on the name, because they named him after this.
Yeah, well, that's some stupid stuff on their part.
Yeah,
that's just a stupidity on their part, and Vince and all that. But why Gunther? It's just one of those things that you have to like. I understand what they were trying to go with it, but the whole they were trying to name him Gunther Stark, and then it turned out to be a thing with the Nazi. It had correlation with the Nazi named Gunther Stark. I know all that, but I'm just saying for a name, it was just pretty stupid. But yeah, Becky Doudrop wasn't anything that special, Doudrop hit 2 mean-ass sentons during this match, and I thought that was going to kill Becky. Like, right on her back, right on her stomach. Should have decompressed her. For lack of a better term. But Becky wins with a second rope manhandle slam. That's for you new kids out there. If you're old like me, you're just gonna call it the rock bottom. But yeah, Becky won with a top rope manhandle slam, and that was the end of that. Now, my favorite match of this night, and this is undisputedly, without a doubt, two big meaty men slapping meat. Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. I'll tell you what. The promo that they had, everything like building up to it, the promo that they were showing before the match, love it. 100% love it. Because I feel like this is what they should have done with every Brock. Not every Brock feud, but like anytime a legitimate fighter goes up against Brock or a legitimate star, they do weigh-ins. Like Brock and Lashley were both MMA fighters. They were good around their time, especially Lashley. Lashley had like a 17-2 MMA record. Like this was just doing. I didn't do research doing this, but like I just knew that Bobby Lashley had a notorious Bellator career, and I don't know. I like their little weigh-in segment. I like the segments leading up to it, especially like Brock talking more for himself. But at the match, it just followed the same Brock formula, F5, suplex. There were two German suplex. The first German suplex that Lesnar hit, Bobby no-sold it. Like he looked like he just landed on his back comfortably and all that. And then when Lashley goes for a German suplex, just dumps Brock on his head. Looked like he almost broke his neck for a minute. But yeah, it was just this general formula of suplex. They go to the outside. Lashley tries to do a spear on the Lesnar, like they did at the day one pay-per-view, but Lesnar moves out of the way. And my favorite part of the match, he does the thinking guy meme. Just he looks into the camera after missing the barricade and goes, and I think that's what made the match for me, win or lose.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, pretty much the match was just like 12, 13 minutes of two men fighting, like literally fighting each other. And what's great is that could have gotten 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
That really could have gotten it 5 more minutes because I felt like we had the start, we were getting into the middle, and then there was no ending because Roman just came in. Like they made it more about Roman than they made it about the actual match itself. I felt like the WWE title felt secondary. It felt like a secondary belt. Like, and I'm not trying to take that away from Brock, saying that, oh, he had a secondary belt. Like, first off, no, that's not the case. I'm saying they're treating the belt like a secondary belt. Like Roman comes in, hits Lesnar with a spear, looks over at Heyman. Paul Heyman gives him the WWE belt, that 2-timing double agent weasel. And he hits Brock with the WWE belt. Lashley pins him. Lashley is the new WWE champion. And that's if you think that's how if the two matches being the 2 world title matches going first back to back is bad, wait till I talk about this match. Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Maurice and The Miz. Now, and I said this to Wave prior, when we was all watching it. Why wasn't this the first match?
Honestly, I want to be the first man to get over and done with. Honestly.
Don't get me wrong. Like yeah, you kind of know the idea that Brock Lashley wasn't going to be a long match, but that's not going to be a long match. It doesn't need to be this 45-minute clinic But anyway, the mixed tag match was just a whole bunch of nothing. Literally,
Pointless.
the same recycled stuff that they were doing.
Listen, bro.
Like for the past few weeks,
like
Maurice had a nice hurricanrana.
Yeah, she did
during that match.
Yep.
What else? So she tried to use a brick to hit Beth. Well, she used a purse to hit Beth Phoenix, but the last time she used a purse, it was a brick in it. So presumably, she just hit her with a purse full of nothing, and that led to a 2 count.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much it all ended with Edge and Beth going for the glam slam on both of them.
So
Edge and Beth won the rivalry.
It was so cringe. We saw Edge did a fucking glam slam. It was cringe as fuck.
I was kind of hoping that Beth went for an execution, but that's just.
I thought she was gonna go for a spear or sharpshooter, but.
True. And then, oh boy, we got a lot to talk about. The men's Royal Rumble.
It's too predictable.
I wouldn't even say it was too predictable because I didn't even have Brock on my rap sheet.
Think about he just lost the WWE Championship. So
No, because if you remember, I called Roman. Remember? I said that what happened during their matches, I said the opposite was going to happen because I said Rollins was going to be Roman because Brock was going to be
low key, we already knew Roman was kind of going to retain. Well, he got DQ, but we knew he was going to keep the title. So he'll face Brock again at Mania.
But all right, but like it wasn't even need for all that. You could have literally just been like, oh, I'm gonna show up on SmackDown on Friday and just deck Heyman and deck Roman, and then just you build that up for a few weeks. Maybe Brock just does the Saudi Arabia show, like in a special match. Then you shoot that to Mania. There would have been, you know what I heard?
Mm-hmm.
This was after the fact. I heard Riddle was supposed to win the Rumble. And then Orton was supposed to win the Rumble. And both of those ideas got nixed. And they were both nixed for Brock, but Riddle had a good showing in the Rumble. I will give him that. But yeah, like it was just a bunch of wonky decisions made by wonky people. They decided to have a nobody like Madcap Moss throw out a multi-time former world champion in AJ Styles. Shinsuke Nakamura was eliminated first. That's your Intercontinental Champion.
That's just utterly weird.
And then the surprise entrants weren't even surprises. I'm sorry. The 2 of the 5 surprise entrances were Bad Bunny and Shane McMahon, and that was a bad surprise for me.
I mean, Bad Bunny did look good in the ring. I'll say that.
Bad Bunny is good in the ring, but he had no reason. He had no reason to be there. You can't sit there. You can't have the imagination. Think, oh, Bad Bunny's entering the Royal Rumble. Yeah, he's gonna win all that. He's gonna throw Brock out. Like,
that Rumble match. It was majority of the tag teams in there.
It was literally 75%. It was literally 75% tag teams, either in tag teams or broken up. And then it was literally Drew, Brock. I'm trying to figure out who else because they really announced Drew McIntyre as a surprise entrant.
I mean, can you say Shinsuke or
but yeah, pretty much the number 30 after They decided to do Shane and Bad Bunny coming out. Randy Orton comes out at 29, I believe. That's who I thought was actually going to win until 30 hit. Because 30 was Brock Lesnar, who didn't even lose the belt probably an hour before. It was a good hour.
The sad part is it lasted 51 minutes. It was less than the women's match. Women's match nearly went on for an hour.
You see that's a little bit realistic for me because who else would go strike for strike with Brock unless if it was Riddle? Because don't get me wrong, Drew had him for like a good minute, but then just decided to be like, oh, let me hit my finisher so he can eliminate me. But yeah, the men's rumble just had a lot of questionable decisions and questionable booking.
Just tag team. You had fucking Street Profits.
Even the booking behind it was just half-assed to me. Like they couldn't just had Roman. Couldn't they just had this ambiguous idea that who's Roman going to face at Mania and just build a new star up at the same time? Because I really wouldn't have mind Riddle versus Lashley again at Mania. Like if that was really the case. And then Riddle wins the belt there. You could still do your Brock Roman match like around certain parts, but you didn't need Brock didn't need that Rumble win. Especially and a lot of people were like expecting like actual surprise entrances, like talking about the Forbidden Door and all that. Oh, who's gonna come over from AEW? Who's gonna come over from Impact? Dog, if you just put Carlito on my screen, I would have been more content with that. like if they brought Vladimir Kozlov back, would have worked with that. Hell, you would have just. They couldn't grab the Hurricane to do one night of Rumble or Santino or anybody.
The Hurricane.
No, like that's no, but I'm speaking facts here because I just didn't get why they just thought, oh, my surprise entrance is going to be Chairman's son, a rapper, and 3 wrestlers that are already on the roster actively getting paid. This Rumble was mid. That's really all that I got for it. I'm not saying that I don't mind Brock winning. But the story is just going to be dumb from here, especially that it's already this slow burn, drawn out. This feud has been practically happening for like 7 years at this point.
Yep.
Like, bro, this is the new Tanahashi Okada. This is the new Cena Orton. This is the new Undertaker Kane, practically. Like it's like I'm not saying it in terms of like because it's the repetitiveness of it. Like even like I don't want to see Roman and Brock face off again. I really think it shouldn't happen unless they want to up the ante and like make it a Hell in a Cell match, or they're talking about doing a title versus title. Like I don't know if you saw the Elimination Chamber card.
I've seen it. Yeah, I saw it. That's what I thought it. So basically, Bobby defending his title in the Chamber. Obviously, Brock's in it. AJ, Riddle, Austin Theory, and who else in it?
And Seth Rollins is in it.
I forgot about Seth, bro. And Seth, so
like that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, not bad. Then Becky Lynch going to defend the title against Lita. Let's mention the cards so far. It's already been clear that Brock's already facing Roman at WrestleMania anyway for the title. That's already been clear. So Roman's going to defend his title inside the chamber regardless. Anyway.
Yeah, and like I'm not excited for this Elimination Chamber at all, especially what I just saw at the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, if this is just gonna be the formula that, like, I don't know, Brock wins the belt back, and then we do Brock versus Roman for the belts. Again, what was the need for all of this? Like,
for money.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but like
money and obviously, I guess.
Even from like a money standpoint, like
they're just shitting it out at this point.
Like, yeah, like from even in a money standpoint, like it wouldn't even be a need because you can make the argument Brock's not the draw. He's legitimate and he can put on a good show, but I don't think he's that much of a draw anymore. Like when you come, like maybe like you do like a house show on Raw. Like I forgot what they did.
I feel like he lost his mystique, you can say. Case he's over. I feel like maybe you can say he's oversaturated.
I could say that he's oversaturated. Yeah, I can agree with that, especially like they ended up releasing like 100 of their wrestlers. So it's like there's no one to filler with that time slot anymore. Like
that's true.
Like pre-2020, you'd see Brock 5 times a year.
Yeah.
Maybe on like 10 Raws at most. Now he's on Raw, he's on SmackDown.
That's my point exactly.
He was on the day one pay-per-view. He was at the Rumble. He's going to be at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. He's going to be at Mania. Hell, ever since he came back at SummerSlam, he's been on practically on a lot of shows there. And I'm not saying like you know, I don't like Brock Lesnar anymore because I enjoy this Brock. I enjoy the, you know, laid back, ponytail, farmer Brock Lesnar. I enjoy that. You know, I don't want to say it takes the mystique out of him. I just think it takes, you know, it's just up in his character a little bit. Like maybe he doesn't want to be like the, you know, the grunting guy while Heyman talks for him. He doesn't need that anymore. Like Brock can talk in his own way. I just don't think he's gonna get anywhere if he's just like big and macho and all that. But yeah, but back to my point, like I just don't know. Like Brock Roman would draw again. Like their match at 34 was bad. Like live, if you saw it live, it was better than it needed to be, but just the reaction to all of it was just not good. Same thing with 31. WrestleMania 31 was practically saved because of Seth Rollins. Otherwise, we wouldn't talk about that match the way that we do. Like Heist of the Century, probably one of the best WrestleMania endings of all time. We wouldn't have mentioned that. We wouldn't even talk about that if it wasn't for Rollins. I don't know. I just think it's a bad idea of running Brock Roman again.
Yeah.
Especially like this is gonna be the 5th time they're headlining a pay-per-view.
5th time?
I'm counting this as the 5th time if we're still going with on the book. Because they did that one I think they did. I'm lying because they did 2 Saudi shows together. Okay, so to my knowledge, the sixth time they're running this match.
You would think creative would, switch it the fuck up. I guess
Like, that's
nobody.
not,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It's just one thing. I just felt like we could. I felt like we could have went to point A to point B without having the Royal Rumble being the start of point A. If you wanted to do, if you still want to do the same story that Lashley beats Brock due to Roman coming in and Heyman betraying him and all that, that's cool. You just, the Royal Rumble shouldn't be a pinpoint into somebody's feud. It shouldn't. Like, the Royal Rumble is bigger than both Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns if we're talking about on a wrestling standpoint. Like, the Royal Rumble is used to make new stars. It's used to, elevate more. It's not supposed to be like it's not supposed to be the catching point into this slow burn feud that's been going on since I was a freshman. Like, that's really all the complaint I have with it. Other than that, everything else was kind of fine.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, there should have been more people from some barn company coming in being surprise entrances. Like, dog, you lucky you got Mickey James. Like,
True.
they got they got the Impact Knockouts champion at the Rumble. Next thing you know, every smart mark on Twitter is just busting a nut telling me that Josh Alexander is going to be in the Rumble. Like, no. Tell me fucking Moose is going to be on in the Rumble. No. But yeah, if I were to give this like a rating, if I were to do like this elbow drop rating,
Like a 7.
I'm not even. Honestly, I'm looking at a decent to strong like 6 on this one. Maybe a light 7 on a good sunny day. But I just had expectations going into this.
Then we all
Like I didn't care about I didn't care about which indie fed company was going to feed wrestlers into the Rumble. I didn't care. Like, I didn't care who was the surprise entrant. I also got bruises on the side of my eyes because of my moisturizer. So if I'm like closing and opening them, I'm not.
Oh.
Oh man, I didn't really notice.
Yeah, it's okay. It's like once you get.
So good.
Yeah, so that's the Rumble for y'all. It was
So what did you think about this year's Royal Rumble? Did you like it? Did you hate it? That's really all I got. Like,
it was all right, but I expected more, had expectations for it, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, based on your description, this sounds very underwhelming. Kind of glad
it's WWE's booking in 2022, just in a nutshell.
Yeah.
But the one positive I will give this though is that I'm glad it was back in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed this year's Rumble more than I enjoyed last year's, but not by a whole lot. And that was because of obviously the lack of crowds and all that. And I wanted to bring this point up because Wade, I don't know if you was in the chat when Jimmy and I was talking about this, but I brought this up. The Royal Rumble is a fan Participation Act. Hear me out, right?
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong. The concept is cool. The match concept is cool. It's innovative. It's never been done, and then every other company's done it. But what I'm saying is,
Mhm.
over the years, it's built to something more and more. Even with the surprise entrance and all that, people pop for that. I was in my seat actively popping for when Carlito came back last year. And it made me even, and then like 5 seconds later, it made me sad because it wasn't even in the crowd. It was in a WWE's Performance Center.
Well, Thunderdome.
Yeah, well, you get my point.
What was it last year? I thought he came in the year before. Could have sworn he came in the year before.
But yeah, that's really the now I'm curious because I don't know who is in this. Oh, Victoria was in the Royal Rumble last year, and you mean to tell me y'all couldn't got Victoria? I ain't a lady to mess with. Go, 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 go. Oh, like literally Kane was in last year's Rumble. How in the hell did you not get Kane? Like, was he too busy like with Tennessee that day to like not do anything?
I forgot Kane and Mayor now.
But nah, like that's really all I want to say. Like towards it, I don't know if y'all have any input into this that I didn't already say.
Nothing really I can add.
I say they all these last year they had all these legends with the King of the Legends from this year. Christian was in it there last year.
The Hurricane.
Hurricane, Carlito.
Like it was. I don't know, man. I'm just hoping the next time when we do this Elimination Chamber prediction or recap, we can have we can cleanse ourselves from what was the Royal Rumble, and hopefully they don't do the same, formula of just adding everything plus your mom to this already blood feud. Like, I feel like that's the only way that this feud can get any worse. Is if Brock comes out on SmackDown and just beats the shit out of Roman's family, even his mom. Like, I feel like that's the only way you could really just up the ante. But yeah, and speaking of one disappointing thing amongst all disappointing things, the NBA trade deadline.
Yes, next Thursday.
Where some careers go on a rise and where some careers go on a flourish.
Yeah. Yeah, the trade deadline. One of the most, I ain't gonna say the most important day, but the most
to certain teams in the 500. That's an important thing for them.
Well, basically, it's a day when a team can get a piece to go, like contenders, like they can go with these trash teams that's in the lottery, can make a trade or a couple trades or two to help boost their roster to go to the championship, or to get a young player in return for the rebuild. Like, there's a lot of good players that's out here. We got, Robert Covington. I miss him on the Sixers, former process legend. He's one of the best role players in the league. So I feel like Phoenix, Milwaukee can use him. Probably Brooklyn, because Brooklyn do need defense. I do see Chicago's getting Robert Covington. It's either out of Chicago, Milwaukee, Phoenix, Brooklyn, or Utah. I can really see Robert Covington. Yeah, who else getting shipped? Miles Turner. I see him going to the Hornets. Because the Hornets do need a center. They're good young team.
So you had a whole prediction lineup ready?
I just going who's going to be traded off on head. I mean, you can look up who getting traded. So I mean,
All right, because I want to add something to it. Now, I don't know much about who's on trade block and who's going
I
where
just,
and all that.
I
Honestly,
just, oh shit,
but I do keep hearing this thing going. I keep hearing two things.
yeah.
One, Ben's getting traded for Harden, and I have some bad news for all of you. That is not happening.
Listen. Ben's not getting traded to the offseason, bro. I'll tell you that shit now. He's not getting traded to the offseason. Listen, bro. And what's the second one?
And then the Pacers doing a rebuild.
I mean, they ain't got no choice but to.
I mean, I know they don't got no choice because since they dropped the bag with Paul George, they dropped the bag with Oladipo.
No, they
And
traded her. They traded Oladipo because they didn't want to pay him. You know, he's injury prone.
okay, well, even still, it's like I don't know, man. Like, but yeah, you're just gonna go around rebuilding your whole team. Like, if you want to trade Sabonis, that's fine.
Yep.
Because I feel as though that Miles Turner on a defensive level is a better player than Sabonis.
Yeah, so
I was about to say, would you give me that look for? It's a bad take.
like I said, yeah, well, everybody's like back to Simmons and Harden. I say we're not getting Harden. I would want James Harden. I mean, who don't want James Harden, the top shooting guard in the league? You get a fucking top 7. Well, yeah, he was top 7 during his time in Houston. I mean, you getting started in Philadelphia? Come on.
Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I would want Harden as much as the next guy, but it's just like we're gonna look at it realistically too. As long as like Ben is not on James Harden's level,
I mean, yeah.
trade
I mean,
value,
I mean,
player
think about it.
value.
But hear me out though. It works for both sides. You know, Nets get defense. Ben can provide for that. Sixers need
But like that's the
a shot
thing.
creator.
Like I don't know. Like if it was like 2 years ago, I would agree with you. Hell, if it was even last year, I would agree with you. But I'm gonna just say this, and this is my one and only time mentioning it. Ben Simmons does not gain anything from sitting at home. If you clearly see we're doing good without him.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get to that. Yeah.
No, I mean but like the more and more he sits at home, like even if he plays a game, we're still gonna boo him probably. But even if he plays a game still, like someone not since he's sitting at home, his trade value
has dropped.
like his trade stock's gone low. Who's gonna want a player that doesn't want to develop?
And plus, he got fined $19 million in total for sitting at home.
Exactly.
Listen, then again, I say, yeah, y'all gonna say money and everything, but still, like, we don't really ask him for much, but develop a like. Plus, Kobe gave him advice. He shut them up like an idiot. I mean, listen, if you're a young player in the league that's on the rise, if a veteran gives you some advice, it's better for you to take it. Don't just ignore and do your own thing.
You know what? That's crazy. How is one of the new generation mentors trying to give you advice on how to be a better, like even if you do a simple like Tim Duncan shot.
Exactly. Like, look at Giannis. We're gonna pull up his stats right now. Pull up his accolades at 26 years old.
We already know his accolades. We talked about it last episode with
the viewers, yo.
With the MVP, the Finals MVP, MIP, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. I think he was like one of the 3 people to hold MVP and Defensive Player of the Year.
Listen. He didn't win Rookie of the Year. He didn't win Rookie. It was Michael Carter Williams, the bust. Michael Carter Williams had a good year. He did. Yo, that's crazy, bro. Yeah. All right. Look at this. Look at his accolades. You know, look, champion, finals MVP, yeah, two-time MVP. Look at this, the All-Star Game MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. It's all before the age of 27. And look here, Giannis, he worked hard. He ain't complain. Listen, he didn't move to America until he was like when he got drafted. Look at Giannis, bro. See, listen, all these athletes before the age of 27, he just entered his prime this year, which is 27. Oh shit. There we go. Got the shit of Jam John. Exactly. All before the age of 27. The difference is, are we going to stop this, John? The difference is, bro, Giannis want to work hard. Ben Simmons doesn't. We see the jump shot videos every offseason or every.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna agree with you until the cows come home, and if we keep talking about the same thing, we probably gonna be here all night.
Anyway, all right, we got a little sidetrack, but trade deadline, we said Miles Turner and Covington, Jeremy Grant. I feel like he'll be on the move sooner than expected.
Do you think he's about to get traded to the Lakers like everybody's saying he is?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Lakers wants everybody. Not everybody's gonna go on the Lakers, okay? The Lakers wants everybody, bro. And it's not true, bro.
I'm still dumbfounded on how the Lakers got Russ.
I mean, he's not hard to trade.
Yeah, now he's not hard to trade.
I mean, listen, bro. Like the questionable, he doesn't fit on the Lakers, bro. I don't understand. Well, what's the point? Again, a point guard that's not a good shooter. Like, I don't understand the point. What was the point of it? Like, y'all could have had DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, or Buddy Hield, but you chose Westbrook. Look at DeRozan in Chicago. He's an MVP candidate. And the Bulls are first in the Eastern Conference. Man. But yeah. So now we brought up Buddy Hield. He's definitely getting shipped at the deadline, bro. Shit, I wanted Buddy Hield before we got Curry and Danny Green. But hey, it is what it is. Harrison Barnes getting traded. I don't know where, but he getting traded most definitely. Yeah, I feel like Julius Randle could be probably getting traded. Shit. Yeah, Randle done for it, bro. I've been telling people Julius Randle's trash. Been telling people this stuff. Hey, bro. Had one good year and they send him all this damn money.
You see, this is basketball related. Now I'm gonna talk about something that popped up on my feed a while ago. Thomas Brady,
Tommy boy,
announced his retirement.
And it's for real this time, guys. Ain't the fake shit. Enjoy retirement, Tommy.
The end of an era, guys.
Yeah, the GOAT, bro. Need you to hate him or love him. You gotta respect him. Now we got a new era of quarterbacks. But
yeah, like I literally had to make sure that Adam Schefter wasn't reporting cap this time.
Yeah, listen, here's what we lost, man. We lost Tommy. the Manning brothers, Big Ben, Drew Brees, and Phillip Rivers. So we got Matt Stafford left, Rodgers left. If you want to count Matt Ryan, yeah, we got this one left from my childhood. And we got the future quarterbacks, Pat Mahomes, he's still gonna do his thing. Joe Shiesty gonna do his thing. Who else, man? Who else? Yeah, bro. Who else, bro? Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. Quarterback is right for the future for all these quarterbacks. These young studs. But yeah, enjoy retirement time. You're gonna miss you, bro. It's crazy. But that's why I told y'all, man. Don't take shit for granted, bro. Enjoy the play while they still playing, because it's not gonna be another Tom Brady ever.
For real. Like, and I was saying this earlier. Like, I don't know if anyone, and I know it's gonna sound like cliche, like we're hyping him up to be, but like I don't know anybody, any quarterback that's gonna match with Brady's like stat line.
Never, ever.
Mahomes, maybe he's on his way to doing it, but like other than Mahomes, and I don't want to sit here and say like it's him.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder with this new generation of quarterbacks coming in, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Lamar, like even to a degree, Lamar Jackson. Like I wonder how this new generation of QBs is going to make it better than it was 20 years ago. Because people 20 years ago, mind you, they were looking up to guys like Joe Montana.
Mm-hmm.
These young bucks that coming into the league now, we're looking up to Brady, and Brady just hung up the boots. So,
yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Indeed.
It makes, and not only it makes it, it's sad to see Brady go. But I'm happy that he's retiring on his own accord. Because let's face it, I don't want him to be 50, 55, still playing. Like he has to go and like get a cane afterwards. No, real shit, because it really comes to that sometimes. Because look at Shaq. Shaq stopped playing basketball when he was like, 39, 40? And in the last 2 years of him playing, his back threw out.
Yeah. Same with Kobe in his last year. He had injury problems. His Achilles, his shoulder. Then he finally hung up.
But yeah, like pretty much like I'm happy to see what this new core quarterbacks are gonna do in the league. Like I can imagine like with Joe Burrow going into the Super Bowl in his second year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He can that dude got a lot of swagger, and he got a lot of pomp and circumstance behind him. But Mahomes is already doing Brady numbers. Like 50 touchdowns a season. Like I think in his first season as starter, he had 50 touchdowns. And went to 2 Super Bowls. He's on his, like, I'm just saying those 2 quarterbacks alone, they have a good chance of exceeding him. I don't think they do, but they have their chances are good.
Told you, man. Like it go for any athlete, man. I appreciate them while they still playing. Like we getting know, like later, LeBron's gonna retire. Sooner or later. I don't know when he's gonna retire. Probably when his son get drafted, but I appreciate it. We getting old, man. Everybody coming and going. This is how life is. You may hate LeBron, you may love LeBron, but he's that guy. Same with Durant. I can call him a cupcake for his move, call him a cupcake off, but he's one of the greatest scorers that I ever seen.
True, true.
Same with Steph Curry. Y'all can call all he do is shoot, but he changed the fucking game. He's the reason everybody's shooting. He changed the fucking game.
You see, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Because a while ago, I was saying, because everyone says that Steph Curry changed the game of how it was, because I disagree with all that. Because I think AI was doing stuff. Even AI, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, they was doing stuff like before Curry and Harden ever came into the league.
What I mean by changing the game, talk about offensively, like
that's what I mean too. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, Steph, Harden, like, I'm not gonna put Kobe up there with them because that's a whole different generation. But like players like Steph and Harden got their stuff from players like Iverson and McGrady.
Yeah, listen, fun fact of the day, AI was the first player to ever wear an arm sleeve. Then became popular. Pound for pound, that's what I said, man. Iverson was that goal. Best playing Philadelphia. Everybody want to be like him, you know. He took an underwhelming Sixers team to the finals by himself with no scoring help, other than a fucking old ass Mutombo. He was the player of the year. Honestly, man. Hopefully we get this Sixer joy back in Philadelphia soon. Because we do for another damn parade. We're fucking due, bro. Because I want to see Joel holding up that damn Finals MVP trophy. That's what I want to see. I'll say, man. You know what I mean, bro? You know what I mean, Zach?
I think I got it. Like, I don't know. Like, I personally don't see Joel Embiid making a final. Not by himself, at least.
No, we need to get some help, bro. Like, I mean, I trust Daryl Morey. He do the right thing. With or without Ben Simmons, we going to the finals.
I trust Doc Rivers to do the right thing.
Oh, fuck. The hell with the coach, man. Like I love Doc Rivers as a person, but he's overrated as a coach, in my opinion. I've never seen the coach blown multiple leads like Doc Rivers.
Ever. Yeah, I can agree with that.
He's a good guy, but he's so stubborn. Like you leave almost the entire bench in one game. Like, you know, we're damn near choking the game. Like, why would you leave the bench the entire game? That was our downfall in our playoff meltdown last year. Because easily we would have won at 5 if we ain't played the bench that long and if Simmons made half his free throws. But listen, I have a feeling though this offseason is gonna be good, man. It's a star-studded free agency. You gotta make some moves, bro. Make a trade, bro. It's a trade deadline's around the corner. We know Simmons ain't getting traded deadline, but the bench could need some work though. Ain't no wrong with tweaking up the bench a little bit. I mean, you hate to say, but Furkan got to go, bro. I'm sorry. Furkan got to go. He started out the year godly as fuck. Then he went back down to his traits, playing inconsistent. Should I say, my boy Shake gotta go? I'm sorry, but Shake do gotta go, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Shake do gotta go, bro. I love Shake. Hate to say it out my mouth, but Shake do gotta go. We need a couple bench pieces, and we solid. The team is good right now. Everybody playing with a chip on their shoulder, despite the Simmons drama. We good now. Maxey dropped 30 plus last night, which is good. Love this kid. Love him. But say that. So you think personally you don't see Joel holding up a championship anytime
Not by
soon?
himself.
I'd say by himself. I mean, we need to get a star player that's next to him.
If he gets a star player, a good coach, like, then yeah, like I'm gonna definitely see it. Like, it's not like I don't want it to make it seem like, oh, I have this omen on Joel Embiid that he's never gonna win a belt or like never win a
Listen,
trophy. No, like in my opinion, he's probably the center that deserves it the most.
listen, man. He been through it all his 8 years in the league. He missed the first 2 years due to injury, obviously. You saw the front office change a few times, coach change a few times, a lot of players change a few times. He's the only one that remained from that 2016, 2017 roster. He's the only one that still remained. Couldn't count Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons didn't play
Including
at
the
the year.
coaches.
Exactly. He been through a lot. Different teammates, management getting changed, coaches getting changed. He's seen it all. He deserves it.
Like
Plus,
even if he like and even if like in Wave, I know you hate this prediction that I keep giving you, but like even if hypothetically speaking, Joel Embiid goes to Miami to join a certain former 76er and win
Jimmy
the
Butler.
championship, let me dream.
I mean, I do. I mean, I do be having dreams. Joel Dude's gonna request a trade, which I don't blame him if he do request a trade. I won't blame him because Philadelphia has a shitty organization when it comes to running things. So Daryl Morey came to the damn scene. But like, look at Daryl Morey's first like a couple weeks in on the job, he got rid of Horford's contract. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he worked his magic. And we got 2 shooters in return. I don't know how he did it, but he worked his magic. Well, I say, man. I mean, Ellen Brand, all he's known for is bringing Tobias and Jimmy to the damn team. That's all he's known for. But I do expect more though. We had Dwight last year. I do miss his being on the team, but he's foul prone as fuck. But Drummond's actually doing good, bro. He's better than Dwight offensively. He's one of the best rebounders in the league. We got him on the vet minimum, which is crazy. But shout out to the team. Shout out to the Sixers, man. We beat Ja Morant and his team last night in overtime. Maxey dropped 30. How many points?
So shout out LaMelo Ball for that game last week, like when they beat the Lakers.
Yeah, of course.
And and like Russ went 35 points off the Henny and all that. Michael Jordan had to walk out of his skybox because he really thought he was going to lose that game.
Yup. I say the Hornets really a good young team in the league, bro. I told you I'm not exaggerating when I say this. They are a center away from contending. They're one center away.
For who do they got now? Don't they got Cody Zeller still?
No, he gone. They got Mason Plumlee. He trash. Mason Plumlee trash, bro.
Went from one trash center to another.
I told you they need a Christian Wood or a fucking Miles Turner type player.
Yo, ain't it funny how like Michael Jordan's whole career it's just been based off him having a shitty center and he still finds a way to win?
Well, I say that. I mean, yeah, but we in the 2020s. We're not in the 90s no more. Well, I say, man, look at Max score. You know, Maxey dropped 33 points last night. Drummond, he had 16 points and 23 rebounds. Fucking glass cleaner.
I always wasn't an Andre Drummond fan, but that man is doing something differently.
Well, I used to trash him for years, man. When him and BB going at it, man. But he's doing. I mean, he's filling up the shoes from Dwight. We got him on a vet minimum, bro. When Embiid's going, I think he's more reliable than Dwight. I mean, if we had Dwight from 2012 coming off the bench for us last year, I wouldn't mind. We got Drummond.
I think Drummond is defensively, I think he's terrible. But on an offensive standpoint, like
he's grabbing
the second pick and like putting up the shot, he's good.
I mean, yeah, 23 rebounds last night.
Like that's Kevin Love numbers. Remember when Kevin Love was putting up like 15 rebounds a game?
Yeah, that's what happens when you play with LeBron.
Like if he wasn't like, I remember watching SportsCenter when I was like 9, and this man put up like a 20-20 and
He had a
confused.
30. I remember he had a 30 game.
Yeah,
31
I remember
points, 30
that one
rebounds.
too. I was astounded by that
Yo,
game.
I'm about to say Cleveland had that Minnesota love when LeBron Kyrie was playing. I think they had at least around 2 rings. At least
If they had Minnesota Kevin Love,
they would have had at least like
he
3
would have
rings.
he would have bullied Draymond and
Bro.
Icky and whoever was playing center during those years, like Boogie, probably, maybe. Then again, Boogie was doing his own thing too. Like if they had, if the Warriors had Sacramento Kings, Boogie, over with.
I'll
That whole
say,
league had to shut down.
and plus Drummond, he had a season high 25 rebounds this year. That's crazy. I'll say, even though I apologize to Andre, man. Even though I fucking did it on you throughout the years, but you solid for us. But listen, bro. But I'll say, but I do believe they need to make a trade for at least get someone off the bench. At least, man. We ain't going to a trade deadline without making without making a move, bro. I feel like probably get something like at least 2 or 3 bench pieces for us. We can somewhat keep up with the Heat, Brooklyn, Milwaukee. At least. But listen, bro. Hornets, they need a they got a good ass team. You know, Hayward, Melo, Bridges, Rozier, Kelly Oubre off the bench. They are a center away. Look at Miles Turner. He leads the league in blocks. He averaged like 2.8 blocks.
I didn't need this.
No, they need a. I say, man. Oh man. Jesus.
I know it's gonna sound messed up, but when it comes to the trade line thing, I really have nothing to contribute.
I mean, you did kind of contribute some in a way.
Like I didn't want to cut the podcast short, but like, yeah. I'm just here so the Lakers don't win a championship again.
They ain't winning shit, bro. I'm trying to tell you that shit. They're not winning.
Oh no, I know that, but just in case LeBron like go on his old head shit and like score 100 points on somebody.
He's the GM, basically.
The GM.
Listen, I told you, have that Laker roster ain't gonna be here by the deadline, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Almost everybody might be going.
Shit. LeBron might end up training his own son after what happened.
I mean, he will. You saw his son got his ankle took on live TV.
No, can you imagine that? Like LeBron after the game, I'm putting you up for adoption.
That's it. For real, yeah, man. But I say, man. So the trade deadlines, it's ruining, bro. It's how you put it. It's heating up, man. Told you, Miles Turner. About to say, Hornets get Miles Turner, bro. Y'all a good team in the future. Y'all gonna be running shit. Top 4 in the East, if not top 3.
Right on Milwaukee. They should be in the top 8 right now.
Yeah, right
they
now.
Already are.
I talk about in the future when owns everybody damn near retired. Milwaukee's still gonna be good. Atlanta gonna be up there. Even though I hate fucking Boston with all my guts, Boston gonna be up there. Charlotte, Miami.
I don't think Boston gonna be up there. I wouldn't have them up there, especially like what Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's whole dynamic may be doing. Like people fucking talking about how like their touches on the ball like affect other players.
Listen, bro, they lacking of a playmaker, man. The problem is they had too much scoring point guards over the years. Like Ati, Kyrie, Kemba. Now you got Struder as a scoring guard. They need a playmaker because they missed on Lowry and Lonzo Ball during the offseason.
Damn, I realized didn't the Lakers pay Schroeder like
84 mil.
84 million?
Or extension, yeah, but he turned it down. Like, because he wanted that $100 million contract, like for a role. You're
But
a
he's
role
not
player,
even
bro.
that good.
That's exactly. He's a role player. If not,
Like,
he
I don't
listen,
wanna
man.
sit here and
Listen,
argue.
he bettered himself. You signed a 1 year, $6 million deal. He betted on himself, bro.
I don't know, but I know it's gonna sound messed up, but I'm gonna wave. I don't know what you else have planned for the podcast, but I'm gonna get on out of here because
that was the end of the episode.
that's the end of the episode. Oh,
Yep.
all right. So
until
all right,
next
so
time.
until next time, friends. This is Zach Wood telling you prepare your backwoods like you would Zach Wood do.
Yeah. All right.
That's some
Next
fire.
episode. All right, next episode is the Super Bowl predictions. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, we out.